It was supposed to be a test. No, more than that, a lesson. The Orcs Consortium had grown tired of the Terran cadets' growing reputation in the Galactic Officer Exchange Program. Overconfident mammals, they called them. Barely evolved, dangerously emotional, obsessed with conflict. So they devised a simulation, one that no outsider had ever survived. They called it Project Gauntlet, a full-immersion Deathworld scenario modeled after the most hostile planets in known space. Acid rain, apex predators, volcanic terrain, zero visibility, no weapons allowed. The target? Cadet Lena Rowe, a 19-year-old human from Luna Base Academy, top of her class. Too top by Orc standards. She was lured in under the guise of a training trial. No warning, no briefing, no chance to prepare. They dropped her in with nothing but basic gear and a neural monitor. The observers gathered, waiting to watch her fail, maybe even die. Minute 1, acid rain began to fall. Minute 4, the first predator appeared. An Ulthak, armored and blind, tracking by vibration. The observers leaned forward. But Lena didn't run. She dropped to the ground, pressed flat, and stayed still. The Ulthak sniffed the air and passed. The scientists frowned. Primitive luck. Minute 12. Earthquake tremors triggered a rock slide. She rode it like a wave, steering her body between falling boulders with micro-adjustments. Minute 30. A swarm of hive wasps, neurotoxic, hyper-aggressive. She didn't sweat. She didn't panic. She doused herself in mud and lay motionless as they passed right over her. The lead observer, Commander Yesik, blinked. Why isn't she engaging? There are no kills. She's not even attempting to escape. Another analyst muttered. She's surviving. Hour 2. She found a cliff ledge and stayed there. No fire, no beacon, just observation. Watching the predators, learning their patterns, timing their movements. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't aggressive. It was calculated. Human. Hour 5. A thermal surge scorched the valley. She found a sulfur vent and vented it outward using the gas flow to redirect the heat blast away. No weapon, no tech, just physics. The observers were silent now. Commander Yesik clenched his mandibles. She's doing nothing. No, sir, the analyst said slowly. She's doing everything. Just not how we expected. Hour 9, the system introduced the final phase, the apex, a chimeric predator engineered from multiple Deathworld species. No one had ever reached this stage alive. The apex found her location and moved fast, 6 limbs, acid spines, hive-mind intelligence. Lena had nowhere to run. But she didn't run. She bowed. The apex paused. She knelt, lowered her eyes, flattened her body, submitted. The predator, trained to seek threat, dominance, and prey, saw no challenge. It sniffed her, circled once, then walked away. Hour 12, simulation ended. No wounds. No kills. No shots fired. Cadet Lena Rowe stood alone in the scorched crater, covered in mud, ash, and predator pheromones. She looked up at the simulation camera. And she smiled. The observers were silent. Finally, Commander Yesik growled. She didn't fight. She didn't resist. She just endured. The Terran ambassador stepped forward, arms crossed. You gave her a Deathworld, Commander, he said. She gave you evolution. Ours. Later, the logs would read. Human cadet survived Project Gauntlet through adaptive camouflage, environmental manipulation, and predator psychology. Not a single weapon used. But on Earth, they told it differently. They trapped a human in hell. She walked out without firing a shot. And smiled.